beautiful butterflies. How y'all doing this morning? Come on in. Let's chat about it. Give y'all a few minutes to come in. I'm going to go put some more light on in here. It's looking pretty good. I might need to just leave it alone. Leave well enough alone. But I'm going to get my coffee out. It's coffee time. Okay. Hope y'all having a great day. It's not a bad looking day here in H-Town, Houston area. The sun is not really shining, but it's not raining. It was in the 50s, low 50s, high 40s when I got up this morning. But it's looking better. Supposed to rain tomorrow, so I think that's gonna be a cold front pushing through. We'll see. I hope not, because we're moving into our new building in January, so they're switching around parking, and of course you're further out to have to walk to your car to get in to go home or to come to work, either one. So I'm just like praying that if the building will open by January and we'll have less walking to do, but maybe not, because they got to tear down the old building. So we don't know how that's going to affect us. I roll with the flow. It's easier that way. It doesn't disturb who I am, what I'm doing. Hey, all that's coming in. So we have another topic today that we're going to discuss. Not a long time, because I don't have a lot of time this morning. I got errands I need to run, and I need to get gas to be able to get back to work. Okay, so one of my subscribers, another one of them, wanted to talk about leadership. Leadership is very important in any organization that you come across in life. If they're not leaders and just Indians, no chief, you're gonna have a lot of problems. If the chief is not a good leader, eventually you're gonna have a lot of problems because he's leading you in the wrong direction. And when I say he could be a he or she. I don't want to sound prejudiced here, not biased by no hook or the crook. There are leaders that are women, there are leaders that are men, okay? So let me speak to y'all coming in. Hi, Jason Bender, I see you first. Miss Wilma's in the building. Lisa, Elaine, the real yo-yo. Thank you for coming in, Martin, Shatika. Okay, so we're gonna go on and share from there. I'm gonna try to read the comments as I go along that pertain to the subject matter. So today we're gonna talk about leadership. What really entitles somebody to be in a leadership position? There are different types of leadership out here in today's world. Before, you had a manager, and then came the supervisor. And in today's world where we live, we have team leaders. So I'm going to tell you the difference between the three of them, and also let you know that they will overlap at some point. From a manager to a supervisor will overlap because he'll delegate, okay? And from a supervisor to a team leader will delegate. So they will overlap each other, and at some point may take on the role of each other, depending on whether that person is absent, out, or whatever else may be going on with the company. This applies for any organization, enterprise, or anything you may have out there. There's got to be somebody controlling and leading. But you're all over the place, okay? So a team leader is a professional in charge of guiding, monitoring, and leading a group to achieve goals. That's basically all they do, unless they overlap and take on the role of a supervisor. Probably never will take on a management role until they step up to the next position, which is a supervisor. So what does a supervisor do? Some of y'all may be team leaders in the business that you are employed by, or your own business, okay? You may be a supervisor. There may be more than one. It depends on how big the business really is. A supervisor has to achieve goals for the activity. He's basically following what the manager is telling him to do. The manager is delegating to him the goals that he wants to be accomplished. That's how it goes. Okay, it's getting a little hot in here. Just walked from outside and took a seat. Okay, hold on. Much better. It's gonna burn up before the end of the live. Okay. And a manager. A manager is a person responsible for controlling. That's a key word right there, control. That's almost like, to me, a little bit narcissistic when you talk about control, because that's what narcissistic people do. They control, okay? Or administer all or part of a company's organization. So that's the difference in the three of them. The manager is at the top of it before you get at the executive level. So it comes down from manager to supervisor to team leader. Okay? You may have all, one, or part, but you should never have any kind of group or organization without one of them present. Your business is definitely doomed, because you got all of these people that are a part of the organization, and each one of them are trying to run it their way. And at some point, they're going to clash. It's just going to happen. Okay. These functions can overlap, like I said. Leadership, both as a research area and a practical skill, encompasses the ability of an individual group or guidance of people, teams, or the entire organization. And it is a contested term. You see where people come up against it all the time, depending on what type of leadership quality you are given out there on your jobs. If you're in that capacity of controlling people and telling them what to do and giving them roles and supervising them also. Okay? I'm trying to keep up with y'all. There's also a personal leadership, and it's about taking charge of your own life. You cannot come out here and control nobody and tell nobody nothing if your life is out of control. Now, you can always have followers. There are going to be like-minded people that think just like you and think because you have the gift of gab, you're on top of your game, and in reality, true reality, you don't have nothing to show for it. They probably don't even know how you got there. You know, gift of gab probably got you where you are. But those people don't last. There's always going to be somebody smarter and better that's going to swoop you right out of your position. And that's what you got to be careful of. That person doesn't come along before you learn the game of what you're supposed to be doing, because every company is different, operates differently. If you're an entrepreneur, you may have to make changes in the middle of the game, due to the economy, due to what's happening in the world. That's a good leader. You have foresight. You have knowledge. You have discernment. You can see things before they happen. Okay? The ability to develop and utilize your positive leadership. Notice, key word, positive. Didn't say nothing about negative. That's where a lot of us go wrong. Trying to be a leader and you leading on negativity. How long does a person really want to hear about negativity? That's unhealthy. It's unhealthy all the way around for every individual there in the company with you, on the team with you. And at some point, it takes its toll. Nobody wants to hear negative stuff all the time. Look back over a year at wherever you work or whoever you follow for a whole year. What did it bring to the table for you? Did it waste your time? Or did it actually teach you anything? Did it motivate you? Did it inspire you? Was it even funny when you look back on it? Was anything relevant about their life that they brought to the table that would make you want to follow them in the future? So you got to stop and think. Just because that person is in that role, you don't have to stay in that position that you're in. You can go for their position. You can leave, go somewhere else where you're much more happier. We tend to stay stuck. We don't know how to get away from it. We don't know how to get around it. We see it's not good. It's not good for you. You're taking that stuff home to your family. It's changing your attitude. It's changing your personality. It's changing who you are. So you're not even being true to yourself. That's not good. Okay? The ability, another key word, ability. Everybody does not have the ability to be a leader, a role model, a team leader, a supervisor. Look at how they got there. What did they do to get there? Did they really come there with the equipment they needed, the brain power they needed to actually earn and keep that position? If they didn't, you're following the wrong people. The ability to develop and utilize your position leadership traits to guide the direction of your life instead of letting time and chance determine your goals. Are we guilty of that? I have been. Following the wrong people. Woke up and said, oh, whoa. This ain't the direction I want to go in. This person can't guide me and lead me nowhere. No way, Jose. I don't see nothing in their life I want to do that's like them. I don't want to live like them. I don't want to drive what they drive. I don't want to be broke, busted, and disgusted like them. I don't want to be begging like them. I don't want to be scamming like them. You got to ask yourself them questions. When you following these people around and you're on these jobs where you have these type of people supervising you and managing you. Maybe there's a different sector of the job you can go to. Maybe you just need to find you another job, period. Maybe that's just not the job for you. Okay? You need to be able to be a critical thinker. If you can't think in a critical term about the organization or the team that you're working within, you're not going anywhere. You might as well just stop the day and decide, I got to keep this job until I get the next job, but it's time for me to move on. Develop a clear understanding of its strengths, its weaknesses, and its opportunities. When you step on these job sites, how advantageous is it to you? Did you just get the job because you needed the job at the time? Okay, well, now you have some experience under your belt. It might be time for you to start looking for something else before you get too invested in the company. Insurance kicked in, 401k, retirement. I already got 15 years now. I already got 20 years now. You're stuck because you got to start over somewhere else. So you need to start thinking within the first year, especially if management remains the same. Even if it changes, you should know the company well enough to know if that's what you really want to do with your life. I've changed jobs many times in my life because I never was a person that wanted to become stagnated on a job. There were always other things I wanted to do in my life, and I wasn't going to just sit there. I didn't care if I was making $100,000 a year with a 401k and insurance. I got to do my homework to figure out how I can keep that same salary or close to it or more. How am I going to get the benefits I need and still have a 401k or something that's comparable to save money for the future. The most important qualities of a good leader. What do you think they are? In my opinion, the most important qualities of a good leader is vision. Without vision, your plan dies because nothing remains the same ever. Okay? You've got to see the vision of the leaders of the world where they're taking things, especially if you're running a business or you're working in a business. Because if you think it's going to just continue running like that, no, that's not how businesses make money. And they're in there for one reason and one reason only, is to make money. And if you're not helping the company make money, you're not going to be there long anyway, because they're going to find a reason to get rid of you. Okay? Integrity. What is integrity? It's what you do behind my back when I'm not watching. That's exactly what it is. A lot of people don't have integrity. They backdoor you. They talk behind the scenes, and they come out in meetings and they talk to you about what the company wants, but it's really not positive talk about you because they really didn't like you anyway. So you're never going to get that position. I don't care how great you are, what a good personality you have, how well you work with people. They just don't like you. There's something about you that you have that they need or they want, and they don't have the ability to do it. They don't have the tenacity to get up off their bottom and go do what you've already done. They know they can't do it for whatever reason. They may have too many children. They may have small children. They may be single and not have another income coming in. It could be maybe they didn't go directly to college and try to focus on their degree and what they want to do. And they still talking about it, but they haven't made one move to go and do anything about it. It's dead potential. As dead weight on anybody's team. Adaptability. You have to be able to adapt to any situation that goes on in life. And especially if you're going to call yourself a leader, you cannot just think that you can control everybody in the world. Everybody's not to be controlled. I'm one of those people. You're not going to control me. I have a mind of my own. God gave me 5 senses. I try to use them to the best of my ability. And I give everybody a fighting chance, a fair chance in life. But when I see you wrong and you're going wrong and you're not trying to correct yourself, I'm pulling away and I ain't never coming back. It's just who I am. What's the reason I should come back? You ain't offered me nothing the first time. If you offered me something, you took it back, I don't need you. It's too many other people in the world. And that's the way I look at life. Yeah. You got to have confidence within yourself. You have to be decisive about things. You can't be hem-hawing around, kind of, it's kind of this way, it's kind of, no, it's either this way or that way. It ain't no kind of this and kind of that. No. It is what it is. Or it ain't what it ain't. Okay? Humility. Slacking. In today's society, we don't have a lot of that. Okay? A good leader should have integrity. Okay? That's the first thing. Self-awareness. Know you. Be aware of who you are. Respect. What have I asked for ever since I've ever been out here on YouTube as a content creator? One thing. Never asked for no money. Never set up no scam program, begging, none of that. I have asked y'all for one thing and one thing only, and that is respect. If you cannot give me respect, I can't deal with you because I'm not going to disrespect you. It's just not going to happen. I don't have to. I can walk away from you, and you can call me whatever you want to call me, on the job, off the job, in real life. I don't care. I'm not one to argue back and forth. That ain't gonna do me no good. That ain't gonna do you no good. I'm going to break you down. You're going to break me down. But 9 times out of 10, I'm going to break you down well worse than you're going to break me down. Because I'm going to bring out a lot of things that you didn't even know I knew. That ain't in my life, it's in your life. That ain't my story. That's your story. But that ain't what you told the people. You see the difference? Big difference. Empathy. Very few people have any empathy or sympathy for people these days. My mother died. Oh, I'm sorry. You got my condolences. But never check up on the woman again or the man again. It's just something to say. You show it. It's like love. Love is an action word. You show empathy. You show sympathy through your actions of what you do. There's some cold-hearted people out here in the world today. Everybody for themselves and God for us all. Okay? Gratitude. Are you really grateful for what people have done for you or what they will do for you? Do you show them? Or do you get what you can get and move on to the next? You got to understand, a lot of people in life are good at the gift of gab and brainwashing you to get what they want. They will call you family. They will call you uncle, auntie, cousin, whatever. You ain't no kin to them folks. Don't know nothing about them. But that draws you in a little closer to them. Because they're liking that in their life and you liking that in your life. Otherwise, you would not allow them to call you that. You can't come up here talking about, I'm your other mother. I'm not your other mother. Okay? I'm not. I don't even know your mother and what she was like. Maybe I'm that mother figure to you that you wanted your mother to be like. I don't know. For a person to call me mother. That's what Coco called me from the time I came out here on YouTube, or the time he came out, because I was out here before him. Obviously, he saw a mother figure in me. I don't know. But did he respect me like I was his mother? No. Because he didn't know what a real mother was. And you can see that in people. They want you in their life for various roles in their life. You make them look good. But what do they do for you? Basically nothing. What will they do for you? Nothing. And nothing from nothing leaves what? Nothing. So what is the one thing a good leader should have? Leaders who possess and foster essential skills seek a strong communication, collaboration, and motivation. If I'm going to be a leader, and let's say I own a company and y'all are employees here. I've made one of y'all a supervisor, one of y'all a team leader, so I have the organization set. Now, the one that I'm going to collab with the most is going to be the supervisor, because that's the one I'm going to dedicate what I need done in the company to make this company work and to make this company make money. There's got to be somebody. You can't be there always. And why would you want to take on all the responsibilities? Anyway, that's a lot on your plate. Okay? Motivating people, inspiring them, and fostering enthusiasm for projects is one of the most important leadership qualities. And a key to success. Good afternoon to everyone coming in the chat. Let me go back up for just a minute and see if y'all have anything to say. I don't want to leave it out. Okay. I think everybody was speaking up to Lisa Hill. Hey, Lisa, how you doing? Miss Wilm, I spoke to you. Here's Jason. Let's see what Jason is saying. May God bless you. Good website. You're talking about your weather. Wisconsin, they say one thing and then it doesn't do another thing. It's supposed to be snow 6 inches and it never did. So God bless you. Good luck. Yeah, Houston doesn't rarely get snow. We're more tropical on the Gulf Coast. Water babies down here. We have about 9 months, 10 months of warm weather. We might have a few cold days in the winter. 1 year, I think it was about 3 years ago, we actually had freezing temperatures where we had broken water pipes and the heat went out on us. But that's not common. And with climate change, we usually are hot more than we are cold. Hey, Sabrina, thoughts? Hi, Ms.V in chat. I don't consider myself a leader nor follower. I've been a positive influencer to my family and friends. I encourage people to be themselves, have confidence and self-love. It's good qualities to have. If you love yourself, you can treat other people with love also. It's usually the people who don't love themselves will treat people in a kind of way, okay? Because they're going to stop and think, I wouldn't want anybody to treat me like that, so I ain't going to treat them like that. That's what I always stop and think. Before I do something to somebody or say something to somebody, even though they may have come for me and said the wrong thing or did the wrong thing, okay, how am I going to address this? And I try to do everything tactfully in a classy way. I don't want to go gutter on nobody. I don't think that's necessary in my viewpoint. It's not going to help the person that you're going gutter on because they probably gutter too. Or y'all wouldn't be in the line of fire arguing with each other. Thank you, Sabrina. Great commentary. I appreciate that. Jason says, God bless you. You got a beautiful apartment and a beautiful refrigerator, and God bless you for speaking out. I live in an apartment and my refrigerator is about 19 years old already. God bless you. Thank you. I moved in here, Jason, in August. And so far, so good. They've already switched management on me. I've owned homes all my life. This is the first time in my life that I've actually was single, widowed, and lived on my own in an apartment. But like I say, so far, so good. Okay. Miss Baker, in the kindest way possible, my chat friends, it would be helpful for y'all to continue using punctuation in the chat. We don't speak without pause in a run on sentences, so we shouldn't write like it either. It does make it easier, Miss Baker, when they would write where when I go to read their comment, I can really understand it without trying to figure it out in the chat. Thank you. It's just easier for Ms. V to read your comment if it's written properly. Sometimes our chat message is lost when it isn't written as intended. A lot of times I'll skip over it or just say, write it again for me. Hey, Tajisti, how you doing? Straight out of Naptown is in the building. Also, hello to you. Latina, hey. Action speaks louder than words. How people treat us says so much of how they value us and themselves. They don't value themselves if they come for you and they know you're not going to want to come back. Why do you think you can come for a person and bully a person or talk about a person and then they're going to come back into your camp again? Oh, no. I just shut the door. I'm gone. Okay? No love lost, no animosity, no hard feelings, but I'm through. I can't do you. Okay? You had no reason to do that. So I got to move on. Good morning, Sting. How you doing? So let's get back into the commentary. I'm about 29 minutes in. So the supervisor's overall role is to communicate organizational needs, oversee the people, their performance, provide guidance, support, identify development needs, and manage the leadership between the staff and the people. So I think personally, the manager's role is difficult because he's setting the goals for the company to be successful and make money. He delegates down to the supervisor who has all of these things I just mentioned that he has to do. So his role is just as important as a manager's role, because a manager doesn't have time to do all of that. It's too many other things on the backside that he's got to take care of. Meetings, telephone calls, all of that comes to play with his role, where he can delegate to the supervisor and tell the supervisor what he needs to be done, when it needs to be done, and give them a timeline. Because another thing, in any role, if people have all the time in the world, that project is never going to end. It's never going to get finished, because they're going to take their time and they're going to do what they want to do. Give them a deadline. Hey, Sting, good morning to you. Okay, I appreciate that, Sting. So you have to have effective communication skills. Sometimes that's lacking. I'm communicating with you, but you don't understand a word I'm saying. You've, hold on, let me get this person off of there. Okay. You don't understand anything about the organization itself. I have not explained to you to the best of my knowledge, and you didn't raise your hand and say, I don't understand. So where did we get, and where did we go from there? Nowhere. You stuck again. Okay. Strong ethics. That's lacking these days. Not too many morals, not too many values. People run things any kind of way, say anything, do anything, and then expect for you to respect them and appreciate them because they did one little gesture for you or one little nice thing for you. That's because they're guilty of doing all the other stuff on the back end that they shouldn't have done. You don't get it? Wake up, people. Technical expertise. You don't have that. Somebody's got to know how to fix things when they're broken. You better find it, or you're going to spend a lot of money that you don't need to spend. Ability to inspire. If I can't inspire you to come over here and even listen to me, then I got to stop and I got to think, okay, well, what's really going on here? Am I being railroaded behind the scenes? And why would a person do that to you? You have to stop and think about it. Are they getting the message that I'm bringing out here? Do they like the topics? So that's why I switch up all the time. I'm not trying to keep the same topics every day. I think to do commentary on a particular person or a certain person every day, to me, that would be boring to me. And I wouldn't be good at that because I'm too diverse. I can't just do the same thing over and over and over every day. That's why I've switched up on jobs. The longest job I ever kept was 20 years, and that was at the plant because I needed that job for the time, and it was making me plenty of money, okay? And I had bills galore. I was buying houses, building houses, had rental property, had a small child, buying cars, buying furniture, traveling, doing all the things I needed at that particular time to make money. Once she got out of college, I was free to do what I wanted to do and do me. I never liked that job. I didn't want to work in a lab. Think I want to smell gasoline every day and run gasoline samples? Think I care about a plastic bottle? That's what we did. We ran tests. I was a lab analyst. Okay, I can't stand these bottles to drink out of them. And when I hear that, oh my God, that just reminds me of having to do tests at 2 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning to see how rigid this plastic is, how stretchable it is. What's the heat context on this plastic? Brings back bad memories. Okay. The weekends I had to work, the holidays I had to work. Yeah. You sacrifice if you want something in life. It wasn't going to be always. Nothing is forever. They had 20 years and told them, give me whatever retirement y'all going to give me. Give me my 401k and let me roll. And I did. Creating a positive environment. and maintaining team morale. If you can keep your team focused in on what you're doing and what you're saying, it's when they lose interest, and it's when they wake up and they see, I ain't accomplished nothing. I sit here and I listen to you. I came to work every day. I did this, I did that. I haven't progressed. My life is in shambles. I help you, but you ain't helped me. Nah. You taking from me, but you're not giving me no raise. You're not doing nothing for me. It's pretty poor. Okay, let's see. Somebody else said something. Miss Baker. I feel bad saying we should write in proper punctuation because I know not everyone had the same opportunity for education and it just doesn't click for all. I just see Ms.V struggling to read some of it. It's okay, Miss Baker. It's okay. It's been like that ever since I've been out here, even as a subscriber. Sometimes I didn't understand what people were saying because whole words were left out or whatever. But some of it I can figure out, some of it I can't. And if I can't, I just get to that part where I was like, okay, just rewrite it for me. Okay, proofread it before you. You know, I stay on Myra about that because Myra's brain is operating faster than she can write. Okay, and she tends to not proofread and she skips over a lot of words. So sometimes I can figure it out. Sometimes I'm like, Myra, no, I can't do that today. Okay. Hi, Antonio, and welcome to Chatting with Ms.V. I appreciate you coming in. Okay, let's get on down the Ducky Trail here. A good leader should have, now we talked about that, integrity, okay? The three most important roles of any leadership responsibility is information. Make sure that the information that you're giving the people is correct. It's precise. It's not outdated information. Maybe the company has changed and doing something different. And this is great information for those of you who are entrepreneurs, who are seeking to be an entrepreneur, who have key roles and key titles in companies. And are you at the bottom and you trying to work your way up to the top? Got lots of experience. I've been every last one of these roles in some job I've had. A team leader, a supervisor, or a manager. I never went to no job and just stayed what I might have been hired as. If I'm going to stay there, I'm going to figure my way into what do I want to do for this company? What abilities do I have to give to them? Or have I just done everything I can do for them at this point? You'll reach that place in life. And now this job is over. This job is done. It's time for me to move on and figure out something else to do. That's where it was with me when I was with the airlines. Okay, I've accomplished that goal of being a flight attendant. I wanted to do that since I was 18 years old. I can't do anything else for them at this point. This is not the job for me because I started at it too old. Okay, the altitude is getting to me. The long trip sitting in the little bitty seat in the back. I don't want to do this. I don't want to put on heels and run through airports. I don't want to do this no more. I've done it. I enjoyed it while I was doing it. But you got to know when it's time to move on. Don't just stay there. It's other things you might want to do. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out some other things I might want to do in life. And who I want to do them with. YouTube was a challenge. The challenge, I feel like I basically accomplished this mission. I came out here with zero. I'm pushing forward. I'm moving on. But is this really what I want to do? And how long do I want to do it? These are questions you have to ask yourself. A lot of people are out here for life. They ain't going nowhere. They've gotten a taste of the little money that you can make out here on social media now. If I really wanted to make money, I'd have stayed over there on Facebook and ran it up and would have been there within a year. If I could do this well on YouTube, imagine what I could have done on Facebook. I thought this was the hardest one to grow, so come over here and grow this one. and then go over there and see what it's like over there, because I couldn't run them simultaneously. Now I got some experience under my belt. I can come out here with the topics I'm doing, because I'm not coming out here bashing nobody. I'm not coming out here every day cussing somebody out. So I could run it up on both of them. I could have done it from the beginning. It's just I didn't know the apps well enough. I had to learn these apps. And I didn't want to come out here being so unprofessional and people in the chat having to tell me, content creators telling me one thing and I'm trying to do it, and I'm getting aggravated because I'm waiting on them to tell me the next step, and they over there talking to somebody in the chat, and I'm out here on live. I don't work like that. I don't operate like that. I can't do that. The difference in a manager and a leader. Now, this is key also to know which one you are. Managers control, basically, a group of people. Leadership, on the other hand, motivates, influences, and enables other employees to communicate. So there's 4 basic things that a manager has to do in order to get the people underneath him to function in their role. And that is to plan, to organize, to lead, and control. And that's basically any manager in any job. If they do those 4 things and do them successfully, the company is going to grow. I owned a business 17 years. I did all of the roles in there, including doing hair. I had a beauty shop, barber shop for 17 years, the biggest one here in the area, which was right up the street on NASA 1 Road. Black owned and operated. But I had all nationalities working in there. Got to have a vision. I want the money is green. Whatever came through the door, that's what I wanted to own, is the green money that walked through the door and a satisfied customer when they left out the door. So I had a Vietnamese in there doing nails. I had a Caucasian lady in there doing body massage. I had barbers. I had beauticians in the back. So I tried to make it complete. I even sold jewelry, purses, a lot of stuff in the back on the other side. While you sitting up there under the hairdryer, I had it all lighted up where the attention was focused over there. Even though you might have had a magazine, your eyes kept rolling over there to what I had lighted up on the shelf. So by the time I got to the cash register, I had your hair, and you bought something off of that shelf. That chef was making plenty money a week. You have to come up with creative ideas in order to make money legally. Okay, you can get out there and you can push drugs, or you can do something stupid like that, but you also taking a risk that they're gonna put the clinks on you and you're gonna have to bow your head in the back seat of the car. I ain't never want to do that. So I could always do late night thinking with a number 2 pencil and a big chip tablet and come up with something. I didn't have to have a computer to do it. I just had to be quiet and in my own space, and then always prayed about it before I did it. I never did nothing big, spending money. To build out the last place cost me about right at $60,000 to build it out, because it used to be a nightclub. But I had to have a vision for that. I had to have the vision of keeping the bar in there to give it that cozy sports bar type of feeling. Big screens around the wall. That attracted the men in there. Okay? There are businessmen coming in there also from the Space Center. Put Wi-Fi at the bar and let them plug up their computer while they're waiting. You can have a drink over there. I got a margarita machine over there. I got vending machines over here if you get hungry. I'm trying to think of every way possible under this roof I'm going to make money when you walk through that door. So if you just came in there, it was more like a meeting place for the people here in the Clear Lake area, because there wasn't any place like that. So people would come in there, just stop by to chat with each other. And then I had women in the back doing hair. Okay? Get your nails fixed too. Get a body massage. Men and women, I don't care. Go lay on the table. Okay, that's it. So you just, like I said in the beginning, you got to have a vision for things, and you got to know where you want to go with it, what you want to do with it. Plan, plan, plan. Write it down, because those thoughts going to run through your head and you're going to forget them. There's so much running through your head when you own a business. When you're working for a big company, they steady sending you stuff on the computer these days. Yeah. Okay. Where am I? I should say let's talk about it next time. What? Hi, Miss M. We missed talking about the kids and what you did at work entertaining. I should say let's talk about it next time. We're talking about leaders now, but just a side note, we missed the kids. Okay. This is something that one of the other subscribers, I don't remember which one, said when I asked that night. Give me some things to talk about. We talk about the kids anytime. I'm with them every day. Well, almost 8 hours a day now. 4 hours in the morning, at least 4 hours in the evening, sometimes 5. Okay. If you wanted to make money, you could have been out here going back and forth in the mess. Yeah, because drama sells. But I don't need that headache, and I don't want to watch these people to go back and forth with them. I don't have that kind of time. When I decided to get up and go to work, that cut out that laying up all day just watching YouTube and going from channel to channel to see. And then, like I said, I had to look back and say, what did I accomplish over the year? I spent money on channels, contributing to them, but what did it do for me? Did it teach me anything? Did it motivate me? Did it inspire me? Okay. That's questions I had to ask myself. All right, y'all. I'm coming up on the tail end of this because I got to go. I got things I got to do today. And Ms. Baker, we will get with the children. They've been doing some funny stuff. But lately, I've had quite a few of them who've been sick. Ever since they gave me the cold, some of them have been out. And they have a lot of doctor's appointments. My morning wheelchair person was out this morning because he had a doctor's appointment. Yesterday, my evening wheelchair person was not feeling well at all. So it was like, can we reroute and take him home because he's next to the last stop. So it's been some challenges there also. But we'll talk about them, okay? But this is something I can't just do what one person wants me to do. I have to do what my chat asks me to do. You may ask for one thing and somebody else may ask for another, but they may not go together in the same chat. So when we talk about the children, we talking about the children. But when we talking about something that somebody else asked, which was leadership, and then we're coming back tonight with part 2 of last night's live. Last night, and can y'all tell me how, if you have, let's say, 80 likes, okay, but you only got 26 views, so you want to tell me all them people hit the like button, but they didn't watch? I can't with them either. A lot of times I get like, I don't even want to come out here because there's so much going on out here that I'm not at liberty to talk about. But it's a lot of things that's behind the scenes stuff that I just don't even care to be a part of it. I just want to come out here, drop my content, interact with y'all, and keep it moving. Derek, I need you in the live tonight at 7:30. We talked about dating last night. We're going to finish up dating tonight. You may have some questions you want to ask, and I'm glad to see you came in. I'm trying to see. I meant to tell you there are bots. The lady who asked about what you thought is so and so prettier than the other, that was a bot. Okay, I don't really care nothing about bots and all of that stuff. I don't even understand why a person would not want just people that subscribe and really do like the channel in their page. And bots, to me, that's kind of crazy because at some point they gonna leave too, just like regular people gonna leave. Okay, Okay, you sure got it. Okay. Thank you, Derek. I appreciate that. Okay, I'm coming up on an hour anyway, y'all. I've been out here for a while, never even drank my coffee, never poured my water in the glass. So I gotta go and run and get some gas, run some errands. But we're gonna finish up dating tonight at 7:30. Y'all hit like, share, and subscribe. Thanks to all the members who are over here chatting with Miss V. All the new subscribers who come in each week. I appreciate each and every last one of you. Thanks for coming in this morning. Y'all take care and have a wonderful day. Granny K, glad to see you in the building. Popping in, gotta take my daddy to the eye doctor. Okay, you do what you gotta do, and I'm gonna go do what I gotta do, and I'll see y'all later on tonight. Love much. Thank you. Have a great day. Bye-bye.